Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How we doing? We got the panel. But I don't know if anyone else is stopping in or not, but you never know. It is Open Sports Mike, and how is everyone on the panel doing?
Good.
He'll be back.
Um, I know Rich, you had a couple weeks
So,
off. You had a couple weeks off. My son tells me, I guess he shares your content a lot on the Monday Two Tire Change, and you're leading the way in views. I don't know how that works, but he said you're leading the way. I think he cares more about racing than he does the rest of us.
well,
I
I
did want to.
appreciate that. I appreciate.
I did want to say happy belated birthday to this guy right here. Best parts shortstop in history.
Thomas Wagner.
Yes, sir. His birthday was yesterday. And that's what I got. Go ahead.
A lot
Go
of
ahead,
people don't
Dylan.
realize that was his number.
What, 33? He wore 14 in a couple videos I was seeing. I didn't know that.
Well, but remember when he started, they didn't wear numbers.
Right. And then I saw a video today. I don't know if you guys saw it. I reposted on Twitter. He was wearing 14 and it really threw me off.
Mm-hmm.
But that was just me. I mean, I it's not like I'm gonna find that jersey anywhere like I want to. If anyone ever finds that PBC jersey, let me know because I will buy it. Just not at auction.
So, Jamie, I got to ask you a question, man. What does a Buffalo Bills fan do not during non-Buffalo Bills season when it comes to watching sports?
Sabres, baby, Sabres.
They just scored, by the way.
Who was it? Greenwood. I'll be pissed.
No, it was Paterka.
All right, because I still have Greenwood on my IR. I forgot to move him because I don't know who to get rid of.
It's a good problem to have.
I know, right?
Yeah.
When your
Dylan,
team's good enough. I had that happen last year with my baseball league. I had a guy, I'm trying to remember who it was, came off the IL, and I looked at my team and went,
I have
who
issues.
do I get rid of? I got 26 guys, and who do I get rid of?
Right?
I just let them sit on the IL for a while.
Rich, I'm curious to see how our league's going to go. I saw you got the invite and joined.
Well, I haven't gotten the email to join.
Oh, really?
In fact, I got to reach out to him. I haven't gotten the email to join.
Do you guys need anyone else? First 2 years of playing the Seminole Baseball League, yours truly won.
It's a 125 entry.
Oh, dang. By the way, the best trade, I made two really good trades that year. One was I traded Clayton Kershaw, and this was when Clayton Kershaw was in his prime, with Cole Hamels and Buster Posey. And I needed a catcher, and obviously Posey won a batting title and MVP. And then I traded Melky Cabrera and a couple other guys for Edwin and Cano.
Milkman.
And literally 2 or 3 days later, Melky Cabrera tests positive for PEDs after I just traded him.
The Milkman.
Let me ask you guys about something because I got offered a trade, and I'll tell you what I did after I get your opinions, okay?
Okay.
In the ESPN league that I'm in.
For baseball right now or hockey or what sport are we on?
Baseball, I'm sorry.
So this is the upcoming year already.
This is the upcoming season, right. I got offered Corbin Burns and Wyatt Langford. Anybody that's listened to me for 5 minutes about baseball knows I love Wyatt Langford. I got offered Corbin Burns and Wyatt Langford for Corbin Carroll and Max Fried.
I wouldn't do it. I know you like rooting for the guy, but them two guys, I think you're giving up too much.
Is this the dynasty league?
You think I'm giving up too much in Fried and Carroll?
Yeah, because they know how much you like Langston. They'll feed on that. I don't know. In a lot of leagues, I'm in pitching's dominant, so that's why Max Fried's a little bit more valuable than.
Here's what I would say. I don't think Corbin Burns is quite as valuable in fantasy because he's not really a strikeout pitcher. He's more a strike throw. Corbin Burns at this point is a ground ball pitcher. I think you'd be selling Corbin Carroll low after at this point here last year. I would personally not do the trade. trade because I think Carroll could be a bounce back candidate this year. If he's healthy, that shoulder's healthy, and Carroll doesn't get off to the old poop start again.
Jamie, what do you think?
Yeah, Jamie, it's on you, buddy.
Oh wait, what were you asking me about fantasy base? I don't play fantasy baseball.
Gotcha.
fair.
I didn't take the deal. I do have Max Fried on the market because it was one of those I got stuck with him.
Max
I
Fried's a
don't
beast.
like guys coming off of injuries. But
Max
it was
Fried
like,
was-
okay, best player available at that exact point. Because I got him in like the 10th round, 10th or 11th round.
It could be a deep sleeper,
But-
Rich. could be
The guy's still, like I said, they said he can still elevate his fastball up to 98, which is what he's able to do.
I got one guy that told me he'd trade me DeGrom for him. And I'm really considering making that deal. But DeGrom's coming off of an injury. But we all know if DeGrom is
DeGrom's
healthy,
coming off an injury. Because it's
Why
open
not?
sports, Mike Joshua.
why not? All I know is, if DeGrom is healthy, find me a better pitcher in baseball.
Um,
Anyone?
Exactly. Now, a couple of years from now, you might say Paul Skeens. But, I mean, just as if DeGrom is DeGrom, he's head and shoulders better than everybody else in baseball.
Max Scherzer's already complaining about the pitcher strike zone thing.
Well, that's that stupid ABS. The automated system is okay.
At least it's
Here we go.
transparent and it's fast, though. Unlike the other
But it's
reviews.
inaccurate.
The other reviews, you have to wait 10 minutes for them to do the headsets and everything.
Jamie, it's inaccurate.
Would you rather have
Unless
something
you're
that's
going to
would you rather watch
unless
something
you're
that's inaccurate and fast, or would you want to watch something that's accurate, that's like the NFL where they put their headsets on and it takes like 20 minutes to do it?
here's a thought. How about neither? Leave it the way it is. Leave it the way the umpires call it. There's going to be human error. I'm sorry, there's gonna be.
It's
But-
getting to the
Can't-
point now where if you saw the umpires last year, Rich, they were blatantly missing balls and strikes. It's gotten to the point where they're not, the human element isn't even correct anymore. It's that
Right, but
bad.
this
It's gotten
year-
worse.
Right, but this year is going to be the first year that they get graded at the end of the season. And their pay raises are determined by their accuracy. So we'll see how that plays.
Oh, I didn't know that.
because
Thanks
these
for sharing,
guys-
though. I
these
really
guy-
didn't know that. I think that's a good piece of information for me to know.
Well, and there's one that they want to do that they haven't gotten agreement from the umpires union, where in essence it would be relegation. If you are below a certain accuracy on your ball strike calls, that you get sent down.
Max Scherzer's in favor of that.
I mean, I could agree with it, but I think it's going to make a difference that if their money is dependent on their accuracy, they'll be paying a lot more attention.
Angel Hernandez
But
might
the
But
be
big
you
a
gotta,
giveaway.
here's the difference, Rich, though. They get sent out in the minor leagues. The minor leagues
Mhm.
has the ABS, though. That's the thing. Like
Well,
AAA has the ABS.
And see, the ABS, they're going to have to change the rules of baseball that have been there since the game began. Because the strike zone is clearly defined in the Major League Baseball rulebook as the armpits or the letters to the knees.
Mhm.
Period, paragraph, end of story. Now,
Right.
I'm going extreme on this, but you cannot tell me that the strike zone is the same for Aaron Judge and Jose Altuve. And
It
you're
should
going
be.
to try to tell me that this ABS system that's 17 by 15, if I remember right. 17 by 15 or 17 by 16, or it's almost a square, is going to be an accurate strike zone. It's just not. It's insane. The ABS is detrimental to baseball. Detrimental to baseball.
Okay. Things coming out spicy. Big Sexy coming out spicy this evening. What else is new?
I got one for you.
You know,
I got a serious question for you guys. Since we just had two of them just take place and one of them a few weeks ago. Does anybody give a flying rip about the All-Star game in any of the four major sports anymore?
Baseball's the only one where they actually try, and just Joe and I talked about that on our podcast. That's the only good All-Star game that's still there.
I'll give you it's the best of the four, yeah. But
That
I mean,
Four
do
Nations
any?
thing that they did, I think that was great for hockey.
I loved it whenever they got into fights 9 seconds in. I thought that was fantastic.
Oh yeah.
I saw that. That was great.
Brought that old school hockey feel back.
Back when it was a slap shot,
Alex, the link's in the group if you want to come on and join
it's
us.
all speed and skill and puck possession in hockey.
Yeah.
Why?
Clemente jersey on opening day in Miami.
It's Alex Contreras.
I'll be here.
I thought for sure he'd be.
Wearing my I'll be wearing my Stargell jersey.
Now it's all
I thought for sure he would have worn his Jose Fernandez jersey.
Man, how good would he have been?
Oh man.
Alex, like I said, the link's in the group chat if you want to jump in and talk about Jose.
I'm trying to think of like what could have been. I mean, you guys, well, maybe not you, Jamie, but you, Adam, and you, Rich, might have seen who was the Angel outfielder shot in like 77 or 78. I can't think of his
Lyman
name.
Bostock. Lyman Bostock.
That guy was awesome.
He was. He was extremely good. He was on track to be a Hall of Fame ball player. I'm trying to remember the Royals pitcher that got shot. It was like 7 or 8 years ago. Super young kid. Really had that kind of Dontrelle Willis type of style to him.
Yordano Ventura?
That's him. Yordano Ventura. That's him. I liked him. I thought he was really good. That's another one of those what might have been kind of deals.
Well, like Tony Canigliaro. I mean, second youngest guy than 100 home runs, and then being in that, and then being in the op.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. We didn't lose him, but man, he lost his ability to play the right way when he got hit.
How about
Thurman Munson?
How about Ricky and Keel? I don't mean the outfield. I mean the pitcher.
Oh yeah, when he got the yips, yeah.
I mean, he
couldn't hit the strike zone to save his life.
He literally could not find water if he fell off a boat.
The craziest part to it was when he made throws from the outfield, they were fine. It wasn't like he airmailed the second baseman or anything like that. But when he got on that mound, something.
I think the transition from infield to outfield really messes up your arm.
It can.
I know it messed up my arm.
I know Robin Yount talked about that he had to go through a lot of extra practice and extra warm-ups and all that kind of stuff when he initially went from shortstop to center field. I'd be interested to see what O'Neal Cruz is doing, what he's doing differently going from shortstop to center field. I mean, the dude has a rocket to start with, but
O'Neal played center field before.
Right, but he's played nothing but short in the bigs. And I think that's all he played in the minors.
I'm not sure about his minor league career, but I mean, like you said on our show, Rich, he has played center field before, so he's got the knowledge of it, and he's got the arm.
Right.
I just think it's
But I
different.
think you're right.
I just think that really messes up the arm because you're judging distance now, and you're used to gunning it.
Mhm.
And I know they get paid a lot of money, and it shouldn't affect you, but it does because you're looking at what 200 feet versus 90 feet.
Well, 200. Heck, some of these guys are throwing 300. You're throwing from center field to home plate. That's 300 plus feet.
I was just throwing out the number.
Yeah, but the other thing you got to remember, and a lot of people don't know this. Do you know the reason why baseball pitchers cannot go near as long as softball pitchers can?
They're throwing like today's pitchers are training more like sprinters and not like long distance marathoners.
Nope.
Yeah, because of the rotation.
Nope.
The
The
curveball.
rotation.
It's the motion of the overhand throw is an unnatural movement to the human body. The underhand, the pendulum, like a bowler, like a pitcher in softball, is a natural motion. So it doesn't put wear and tear on your body, which is why you watch some of these college pitchers in softball that can play and pitch all 3 games in a weekend series and throw 300 or 400 pitches and not have a problem. But a baseball pitcher, baseball whatever, that motion over the top, even if it's straight over the top, is an unnatural motion, and it causes wear and tear on your arm.
They're
That's
also
the biggest
throwing the ball a lot harder now, too. Like you got the Skeenses and the Mason Millers of the world throwing 100 miles an hour now, too.
Well, wasn't Lisa Fernandez throwing a 77 underarm?
Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
you remember
Yeah,
Monica
Lisa
Alford?
Fernandez was. Yeah,
That girl had a
Jenny Finch was hitting 80.
Jamie Lynn, right?
Jenny Finch was hitting 80. Kat Osterman was hitting 80.
And we're talking a lot shorter distance,
Oh, but
folks.
they're also
Kalani, what the hell was her last name from Oklahoma?
throwing 100.
Oh God, Kalani, crap. She was hitting 82, 83 at OU a few years ago, and she just dominated the freaking
Kalani
Which
country.
is unbelievable.
Huh?
Kalani Ricketts.
That's her, Kalani Ricketts.
I think that's a sexy
Boy,
name,
she was.
Kalani.
That was a bad girl right there, man. I saw her pitch against Baylor a few different times.
No, I think that's a pretty
She bro-
name for a girl, Kalani. It is.
Okay.
I mean, the worst thing she ever did was she would go 85 and then throw off speed at about 53. You'd have that hitter so far out in front they didn't know what they were doing. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, just throw the little off-speed curveball, and I'm like, oh, I'm dead. I'm out. You win. I can't hit you.
The year, I'm trying to remember, it was either her junior or sophomore year. It was the year Oklahoma won the College World Series. The only series they lost 2 out of 3 was against Baylor here in Waco. But she made those girls look ridiculous. The only reason why Baylor beat them the one game was because it went 13 innings and they had to bring in a relief pitcher, and Baylor got to the relief pitcher. They couldn't touch Ricketts. It was 1-1. It was 1-1 for like 11 of those 13 innings. It was insane.
I've got a question. Who is the most
Hopefully we got
intimidating pitcher in baseball right now?
The most what?
The most what?
Intimidating pitcher in today's baseball.
Skeens. Look at what he did to Ohtani last year, you know?
Yeah, Tony still got him, though.
Skeens
Still,
is probably
as a rookie to just blow that fastball behind a guy like that with ease.
Got
The thing that makes Skeens intimidating, though, is that he has that fastball and the other stuff he has with it. That to me is what, because Mason Miller throws 105. Aroldis Chapman still throws 103, which is very intimidating. But that's all they got.
I shared that strikeout today, Rich, when Chapman struck out Machado, 104.
Yeah. But that's all they got is they got cheese and that's it. Skeens has a lot more than, and he's learning 2 more pitches. The dude's going to be Yu Darvish by the time it's all said and done and have 27 pitches that he's going to be flipping out there. And all the same time, just be throwing nasty. But yeah, to answer your question, I agree. I think it's Skeens.
Jomani Jones has got throws 100 too, I think, or whatever his name is. The other pitcher for Pittsburgh.
Oh, Jared Jones.
Jared Jones, yeah.
Yeah, he can hit 100.
Our top 3 are pretty wicked. I'm sure we'll talk about Haney tomorrow.
By the way, just so then we get off the Paul Skeens, how about Chris Sale? Nasty. Throwing 98 with that slider coming in. Lefties don't have a chance, and you know what, of hitting him.
Garrett Cole's intimidating.
Sale has a lot of Randy Johnson in him.
He
really does.
He's just 80 pounds skinnier than the big unit. Trust me.
I love Scudo.
Yeah, and Randy Johnson wasn't a big guy when he pitched. You know,
big guy, he was 6'10".
But Chris Sale's 6'6". Somebody needs to go get Chris Sale a couple of burgers and a shake, man.
I've tried to do it for 8 years. That hasn't worked.
Sale is an extremely good pitcher when he's healthy. Is he intimidating? I don't think so. But is he a very good? Yeah.
I mean, Sale darn near carried the Atlanta Braves in the playoffs with how many guys they lost last year.
Yeah. If the Braves stay healthy, they could be something this year. I mean, I still think that's Philly's division. But you know.
I don't know what you guys think of this year's NFL draft, but I think it's a good draft. I don't think it's quite as deep as last year's draft.
The running back class is more valuable than the quarterback class.
And I'm gonna.
I saw a mock draft today that said other words.
Not real. Well, not really. I saw a mock draft that had Ashton Genty going 6 to the Raiders instead of one of the quarterbacks, and here's why: because the running back is more valuable than taking a quarterback in the first round. I think you take a Genty at 6, and then the Raiders could get like a Quinn Ewers or a Jalen Milroe or Jackson Dart in the second round. Because those guys will be more valuable in round 2 than they would in round 1.
I saw Travis Hunter possibly ending up in Jacksonville.
I saw Travis Hunter either 2 to the Browns or 3 to the Giants.
I might be crazy.
But like I said, you know what? Evans said it too. Evans' predictions, I think, might be coming right. Remember when he said that he doesn't think the Browns should get queued and draft a quarterback like that. And he said, take the best player available and then build around the quarterback. Some of these mock drafts, you're seeing that now.
I've only seen Cam Ward.
These teams are taking the best player available in the top 5 and then go get your quarterback in the second round.
I've only seen Cam Ward going to Cleveland in every mock draft.
The second round than they are in the first.
Well, I haven't.
Evan's got a point about that, though.
I don't know why everybody's got a heart. Huh?
Right now, I'll tell you what I think's happening in Cleveland.
You could take Jackson Dart in the second round.
I think the Cleveland Browns are going to get Kirk Cousins because he and Kevin Stefanski worked together in Minnesota. Probably need a reboot. I think
Atlanta said they're keeping Cousins.
Hell no, they're
Yeah.
not keeping Cousins.
Yeah, but Michael Penix is still going to be. I think they're saying he's still going to be the starter though. Net Penix.
Yeah, because they've still got Penix under the rookie deal, so they're getting him for next to nothing. And they've got they don't want to take the cap hit for Cousins. But here's the thing. I've seen more Cam Ward going number 1 to Tennessee. And I sit here and I just scratch where and when did everybody start getting a hard on for Cam Ward?
I have no
I
idea.
don't understand.
And
He's
I'm
not the
a
best
U
quarterback.
fan.
No, but
and I'm a U fan.
But like I said,
He's not the best quarterback in this draft. Shador Sanders is not the best quarterback in this draft, but yet they're the top 2 in every mock draft that you see.
I think it's
saw
either
a thing
Milroe or
yesterday.
Jackson Dart are the best.
Jackson Dart and Dylan Gabriel are your 2 best. I've been preaching that for months.
I have not seen.
What do
I
you
have
think
not
of Jalen
seen.
Milroe, Rich?
I have not seen one of those 3
I
guys
don't
you guys
like
are talking
Milroe.
about going in the
What?
first round. I've
Say
seen
again?
like you guys
What'd
just
you say
talked.
about Milroe.
I've not seen him going in the first round at all. I also saw the Raiders in a couple drafts are going to take an offensive guard.
Right, that's what I said.
They need to.
Don't get cute reaching for a quarterback in the first round. Take the best player available, and then like I said, go get your quarterback in the second round.
There are 3 very scary quarterback situations right now. Okay. Sam Darnold, Danny Dimes, Aaron Rodgers. Any one of those 3 landing spots have no idea what they're getting.
See, well, Aaron Rodgers.
Danny Dimes has talent.
I just
But-
read something.
I don't know. Aaron Rodgers is cooked, done, leftovers in the freezer. It's over.
They got Aaron
Darnold?
Glenn to get out.
Come on, Rich.
You saw what Sam Darnold could do with a quality team around him last year.
But then you saw
But here
Sam
comes the
Darnold on
question.
prime time.
Right, but you saw what he
And that
could
was
do with a
disastrous.
quality team around him too. So it's not a case that he is what he was with the Jets and absolutely sucked pond water. He's actually a decent quarterback if you put the right team around him. The only problem is if he goes someplace like Cleveland, he's screwed again. If
I
he
read it.
goes,
Rodgers
if
was
Danny
going to the
Dimes goes
Rams.
Cleveland, screwed
If
again.
Stafford leaves, Aaron Rodgers wants to go to LA.
Hey, I'll tell you what, and we'll talk more about this tomorrow. If Stafford wants to come to Pittsburgh, come on,
No,
Really?
no,
Come on.
Matt, no.
Really?
all
By the
day
way-
long,
By the way, Rich.
all day
Oh, God.
long.
Okay.
By the way, Rich, I looked at Aaron Rodgers' stats from 2024. Actually, the season a lot better than you think. 28 touchdowns, 11 picks, and New York's coaching staff was all over the map last year. But Aaron
No,
Rodgers,
actually, I hate to tell you, I got to be honest with you, Dylan. Robert Saleh, he wasn't the reason why he got fired. Them signing Rodgers is the reason why Saleh got fired.
Rodgers is why all the chaos happened last year. But here's the thing you got to look at, guys.
That's if they didn't sign Rodgers, I think Saleh would still have a job with the job.
He would still have a job. Woody Johnson would still have a job. All those guys that got fired would still have their jobs. But when you're looking, and I said this the other day, I posted it on Twitter, and when I saw the post on Facebook, I shared it over to Adam, and we'll talk more about it tomorrow during Adam and I's show. If you can get Stafford and draft Jackson Dart, there's your premier situation if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers. That right there. Get Stafford, bring in Jackson Dart to sit for a year behind Stafford, and there you go.
Yeah.
Because you'll be able to get Jackson Dart in the second round.
I don't know. But by the way, I'm not. By the way, I'm not sure Ashton Janty's the best running back in this draft. I'm not sure Janty's the best running back in this draft. I might be crazy.
Who is?
You think it's Cam Scatterbo?
I'm telling you right now, I'm making a bold prediction. I think Travion Henderson's the best running back in this draft. I saw Henderson do more against Penn State's defense and whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Henderson's a possibility.
Well, like I said,
If
he got exposed when Boise State finally played real competition in the playoffs, though.
If he's healthy, and if he can prove he's 100% healthy and that he's not Nick Chubb, and I'll think of the kid's name in a minute because it's slipping my mind. The kid from Oklahoma State.
Ollie Gordon.
Ollie Gordon. That kid there has the talent to be the best running back coming out of this class. Is that saying a whole lot?
Yeah, because
I think he's Austin Eckler.
Well, it is saying a lot, Rich, considering that, like I said, it's been a devalued position the last 2 years, and this is the best running back class since it's been considered devalued.
And I think you're right. With what we have right now, yeah, Josh, you're right. That's not what we're going to have when training camp starts.
I like Justin Fields. I do.
I do too. But if I can get Matt Stafford and Jackson Dart, okay.
Ultimately,
now we can do something.
Ultimately, Matt Stafford's not leaving LA. No way. You know, you would leave.
Well, but
you would leave a top 2 head coach, a team that took Philly.
Whoa. Time out. 30-second timeout. 2 left in the half. Top 2 head coach in his division?
No, top 2 head coach in the league.
You've lost your mind.
You're going to put Sean McVay ahead of McDermott, dude? Come on.
Sean McDermott's not even the top 10 head coaches right now.
Oh my, that's
unbelievable. No. Dylan, no. I promise you. Is Sean McVay a very good coach? Yes. Is he top 5 in the league? No. I can give you 5 right now that are better than him.
Who?
Starting with Sirianni and going from there.
Well, no, Sirianni ain't better than him.
How many of these does he have?
Sean McVay's got a ring.
Sirianni's got 2.
No, he's got 1.
How about that guy in Kansas City? That guy in Kansas City's pretty damn good.
Sirianni's got 1.
Andy
Doug
Reid
Peterson won the other one.
That's true. He does.
He's
Andy Reid
Andy
Reid is a better coach. Sean McDermott is a better coach.
Wait. How can Sean McDermott be a better coach when Andy Reid's teams didn't put up 30 the whole year, and yet in the playoffs, Andy Reid's team put up 30?
Because the Bills got screwed on a call that should have been a first down, dude. If they called a first down, Dylan, Buffalo wins that game. If the refs don't blow that there, come on.
The refs on 3.
I put Dan Campbell in the top 5.
No, Dan Campbell's not even the best coach in that division. You're saying he's better than
MCDC,
and I put another coach from that division in the top 5. How about Kevin O'Connell?
I think Matt LaFleur is better than both of them.
No,
he's right there. A Sean McVay assistant, by the way, Kevin O'Connell.
Would I put LaFleur probably 6 or 7? Yeah. They've got really good coaches in that division. I want to see what Ben Johnson does with Chicago because he's starting right out of the box with a dumpster fire at quarterback. But, that division has got 3 really good coaches.
He wanted them to hire Ben Johnson because he said I want somebody I wanted a disciplined, offensive minded, hold me accountable type of coach. That's what he wanted. He said,
can I tell you?
Remember the old statement, Jamie? Be careful of what you wish for.
Yeah.
First time Ben Johnson puts his foot in Caleb Williams' ass, we'll see what happens.
Can I tell you who my?
He said that was the problem with Eberflus. Eberflus wasn't holding the team accountable, and
can I tell you who my top 5 NFL head coaches?
Yeah, I want to hear. I want to hear this.
I got to hear this. Yeah.
Number 1.
Sounds like you have your top 10. Do you have your top 10 made out here?
Number 1, Andy Reid. Number 2, Sean McVay. Number 3, trying to think off the top of my head now. Jim Harbaugh. Number 4.
Rich, you writing this down?
Oh, no, I'm making sure I've got mine in order so that way
Number
I don't
4.
get crossed up.
Sean Payton. Hold on, I'm trying to think.
Is that this year, folks, or like we talking all the time? What are we?
No, right now.
No, right now.
He put Jim Harbaugh third. Wow.
Well, yeah.
John
because
Harbaugh. I
would've
think he
won
meant
that.
John. I think
No,
he meant
Jim.
John,
No, Jim.
the LA Chargers guy.
Yeah.
John's with the Ravens. Adam, John's with the
No,
Ravens.
he
Jim's
meant
with
the guy with the Chargers. He meant the
I
one with the
just
Chargers.
want to make sure I'm hearing this right. I think he's ready to say John.
Because
You're
John's
right.
with the John's with the Ravens, Adam.
I know that, Jamie. I'm just trying to make sure he's on the right page.
Okay.
Number 5, the coach with the Raven. The Harbaugh with the Ravens.
Yes,
John.
okay.
Number 6.
Mike Tomlin.
I might be. I don't know if I'm too high or too. I don't know if I'm too
You might
high.
be
I
too
just want to
high
hear him.
on
Stop.
I might be in my own stratosphere with my next coach, but I think
Go
Mike
ahead.
Vrabel's the best coach in the AFC East.
Mike Vrabel.
And you know what? I think he's going to beat your Bills at least once next
You
season.
think he's the best coach? You got Mike Vrabel at 6?
Yes.
This is going into 25, right? This is like your head
Yeah.
coaching list going into 25.
Yes.
The
Okay,
guy
I
hasn't
just
even
wanna make
coached it down yet for New England.
And he's 6th, Jamie. He's 6th.
Yeah, that's what's funny about it.
I'm not arguing with Dylan because he said the Niners were going to suck, and they sure as fuck did.
And I said the Commanders win the NFC East. Well, they darn near did.
I know, but you shut down
I
my.
agreed with you. I agreed with you on that one.
Number 7, the NFC North's best coach, Mr. LeFleur.
All right. I'm ready for when you finish.
Number 8, the tall Sean McVay. That would be Kevin O'Connell.
KOC.
Number 9, and it pains me because this seems a division rival of mine. D'Amico Ryans. And 10, maybe the best talking head coach in NFL history, Mike Tomlin.
Huh?
Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, Tomlin at 10.
You guys want a real top 10 now?
I gave you one.
I got to give you
No,
stuff.
no,
Dylan.
that, no,
Come on,
that,
man.
no, that was.
I'm not even making one because
No,
I'm not
that
ready
was a-
for this conversation. But I'll listen to you two debate.
No,
all
that
day.
was a piece
Okay.
of stool soft. That was a stool softener top 10. That
How-
wasn't a real.
How
top.
about this? How about this?
That was
Sirianni
a
won.
stool-
How is
That was
Nick
a
Sirianni
Sirianni
won, which, by the way, it wasn't even in
even
his top.
if they ban the push,
Yes, Sirianni
they're all
won.
bitching. They're
Look
all
at the
bitching
defense.
about it right now.
Look at the
It's
defense.
one team.
If nothing
the
else, look at
Packers.
the defense. Number 1, Sirianni. Number 2, Andy Reid.
I love
3,
my son. I love my son.
3, Dan Campbell. 4, Kevin O'Connell. And you could interchange those two. 5 is
All right, hold
McDermott.
on, Rich. Hold on. What do we have now?
Sirianni, Reid, O'Connell, Campbell, and you could switch those two if you wanted to. McDermott at 5,
Okay.
Matt LaFleur at 6, John Harbaugh at 7, D'Amico Ryans at 8, Jim Harbaugh at 9, Sean Payton at 10.
That's better. And that's
Did
good.
you see who Sean Payton might get the coach?
Taysom Hill.
Rob Gronkowski.
I heard if Taysom Hill gets released, the Broncos are going to sign him.
Taysom Hill already got released because it opened up $10 million of that Saints money.
Well, when he's available, then.
And I heard
I'd
Gronk.
heard it was gonna
I heard
happen.
Gronk like broke it down. He would play for Peyton and someone else, but I think Denver would be. That'd be
I
a
think
huge
Pete
signing.
Carroll was the other one.
I didn't catch the other team. I just saw Pete. I just saw Peyton.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
Pete Carroll was the other one.
Okay, back to the
I don't know
draft.
if I don't know if I'd bring Gronk back though.
They're trying to. I don't know. Did you read that?
No, Gronk's not coming back. Gronk just being
He
Gronk.
likes his
didn't.
Fox job.
I think he's getting bored with it.
I honestly think he's done taking hits.
How would you get bored on being with Aaron and Carissa every day? I wouldn't.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Big Daddy. I don't think Gronk's coming back. Gronk's been out of the league too long. He's like, he's
Did you just
being
call Big
Gronk.
Rich Big Daddy? You just called him Big Daddy? What?
I don't know what this show's becoming. Anyway, are you blushing? What the fuck is this?
Let me ask one quick question, very seriously. Players who have become analysts, okay? Am I way out in left field? And I haven't really put an actual top list together.
Okay.
But as far as an analyst, am I out of my mind that Rob Gronkowski is actually really damn good? That he really breaks it down well and does a really good job of analyzing the game in that pregame show?
I think Gronk's better than TB12.
I think he does a good job.
Anybody's better than TB12. You could train a monkey to be better than Tom Brady. Come on.
Oh my God. Wow, we even have monkeys. He does break it. I'm trying to remember what Rob went to school for.
Communications, if I remember right.
Right.
Yeah,
so this is right. This
Communication,
is right up his
baby.
alley.
Here we go, baby.
Yeah. He went to Arizona, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Pre
Or
this
Arizona
is
State.
major.
Say again?
Or Arizona State.
Major.
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoy listening to the way Gronkowski breaks stuff down. I enjoy the way Greg Olson breaks stuff down. I think it was an absolute freaking joke that they stuck Brady in that lead analyst spot and dropped Olson. I think that was an absolute slap in the face to Greg Olson.
I know Greg.
And you know what I think? And you know what I think's going to happen? If what's the network? Not Prime, but the other network.
Netflix.
I think if Netflix ends up getting one of these packages, Greg Olson's going to be the first guy they hire.
Yeah, but during the Christmas game, it was Nate Burleson though.
And
See,
Greg
I don't
Olson.
like Burleson.
No, I don't like
I'm not
Burleson.
a fan of Burleson.
I did like how they put it on regular national TV as a Netflix special.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like for that Christmas game, I was able to watch it on PXI, but it was all run through Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I was thinking, I wanted everybody to give his own top 10. I want everybody to give top 10 mock drafts right now.
I'm not ready for that.
Top 10 what?
Mock draft.
A mock draft with the top 10 picks?
Yes.
Oh.
Let me cheat.
One. I think it's gonna be.
Do you want to have like a just top 10 mock where we all have the team? When we get teams and then mock draft.
We're gonna do that for real here soon. Everyone will get their team plus how many positions up like we did last year.
If we're gonna do this, if you're saying the top 10 picks, is this how we think they're gonna do it, or how we would do it? Because that's
both.
a dramatic difference.
Both.
Okay, so I can eliminate Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders from the top 10. Okay.
I love it, Rich. I love it.
Huh?
I love it.
Pick a number between 1 and 9.
For what?
Or do you want me to tell you who I would take in the top 10? I'm sweating.
Go ahead, start. Go.
Hold on, gotta hit the button.
You're the only one that's really prepared for this question. You should have brought this one up earlier.
Number
Pre-game
one,
there, Dylan boy.
Number 1, Tennessee Titans take edge pass rusher from Penn State, Abdul Calder.
That's what I thought too.
Next, number 2, the Cleveland Browns take wide receiver from Colorado, Travis Hunter.
Actually, he's declaring as a DB, not a wide receiver.
He should be wide receiver, not corner, because then he won't have to tackle Jamar Chase. But that's story for another day.
Right.
Jamar Chase is about to be the highest paid wide receiver, according to the GM there.
Number 3, New York Football Giants. Holy crap, they have like 79 needs. New York Giants take at the 103 from Miami, Cam Ward. 4, I'm thinking between Will Campbell and Mason Graham. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to say the New England Patriots, Mike Vrabel's first draft, the Patriots take Will Campbell, tackle LSU.
Got to get an offensive line for Drake May. That makes sense.
And then at 5, makes it easy for my Jags. We take Mason Graham, the defensive lineman from Michigan. 6,
Big boys, athletic, great motor, can stop the run.
6, the Las Vegas Raiders take Shedeur Sanders.
He would be pretty dominant with Bowers and Gronkowski.
Right.
Wait, they already have Mayer. Why would Raiders need another tight end?
I said they'd be pretty.
No, you mean Bauer and Mike. They got Michael Mayer too.
Yeah, that's who I said, Mayer.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7, I'm just saying if Gronk goes to Vegas,
Gronk's not coming back in the NFL, dude. It's not happening.
He's not coming back, man.
Oh, it's 7.
7. The New York Football Jets take one of my favorite players in the draft, tight end from Penn State, Tyler Warren.
I saw a mock that had the Jets taking Ashton Genty, but I don't know why they would need a running back when they got Breece Hall and the other who was the other?
Braylon Allen.
Braylon Allen. Why would they take Genty though? Like that's the thing.
8 in Carolina. The Carolina Panthers take edge from Georgia, Mikael Williams. 9.
Jalen Walker.
9.
They're both game wreckers, dude.
Saints.
I'm just saying. I think Jalen Walker's the better player.
Take T. McMillan, wide receiver from Arizona.
What team
and
was
then
this?
At 10, the San Francisco 49. Excuse me, the Chicago Bears.
Lineman.
Take Kelvin Banks, tackle Texas.
Yep. Because the offensive line was a weak spot for them, and knowing Ben Johnson, he's going to want to bolster the line there to help Caleb. And like I said, he had a great offensive line with Detroit. So,
and if you want a bonus pick, 11, the Niners take Will Johnson, corner, Michigan.
They do need some help in the secondary.
No, they don't.
The 49ers, I said.
No, they don't.
Why not? Because Dylan just said he thinks they're taking Will Johnson at cornerback. It's a passing league.
That's
Yeah,
Dylan.
but Adam, you got to remember, cornerbacks, it's a passing league. They say you can never have enough corners, so that's a good pick for the 49ers.
They're going to be fully healthy. All their corners are coming back.
Right, but remember, you can never have enough.
Their whole defensive
GMs
backfield was completely destroyed last year.
Yeah, but what do GMs say all the time? It's a passing league, and you need a lot of corners. You can never have enough.
Actually, Adam Ward's a free agent, so they may lose him.
Right, but Adam, you hear GMs say it all the time. It's a passing league, and you can never have enough corners.
So, Rich, what do you think about my top 10? Is it crazy, insane, nuts? Oh, wait, I am nuts.
Well, to some degrees, yes. To some degrees, no. I mean, I wouldn't exactly throw it completely out the window. There's a few that I would change. There's nothing I think is absolutely insane. It's not a case where like you had Ashton Genty at number 2. Or something like that. I mean, that would be nuts. That one we would have probably all laughed you out of the.
Although, what if somebody
podcast.
did that because they don't want to get cute at the quarterback position? That would be interesting.
Well, I'm about to give you.
I know a lot of teams want Shador and all that, but a lot of these teams are going to figure out this quarterback class isn't that great, and they're.
Well, but see, I'm about to give you 10 picks that do not include quarterbacks. My top 10 has no quarterback.
Like I said, I think they're wasting picks in the first round this year. Normally, you take your quarterback that high, but
all right,
my number one pick, you gotta protect Will Levis. My number one pick for Tennessee, offensive tackle Will Campbell out of LSU.
Wait a minute.
Cleveland at 2.
Not Abdul Carter.
Nope.
Not
Cleveland
Abdul
at 2
Carter?
takes Abdul Carter. Cleveland at 2 takes Carter to put him on, either on the other side of Garrett or to replace Garrett, one or the other.
Yeah, but I think they're gonna have to get rid of Gary. He's got a huge cap hit. They need to free up cap space.
You know,
Browns have a lot of money.
But either way, Abdul Carter is a replacement or supplement to Garrett.
He's the next line out of the Penn State pass rushers to do well. Micah, then Chop Robinson, and then him.
By the way, Jamie, I think Myles Garrett's going to end up on one or two teams. One being the Packers, the other being the Bills.
Myles Garrett. We by the time I think no. See, here's the thing. We're right now we're $10 million over the cap, but they said by the time that we do all of our roster reconstruction, we're going to have like 39 or 40 in free agency. So we're going to have it to be able to get them.
Don't discount Detroit in that Myles Garrett race. But anyway, number 3, Will Johnson.
For that matter, but that's the way for another day. 3.
Number 3, Will Johnson, defensive back from Michigan to the Giants. Number 4, Patriots select T. McMillan out of Arizona, wide receiver.
So then I'm guessing the Jags take Travis Hunter.
Who's going to protect
Jags
Drake
take
Mayo?
Travis Hunter.
They need offensive line too. The Patriots.
To play.
They do, and you can get really good linemen in the second, third, and fourth rounds. But you got to have a deep threat to be able to throw to, and that's what McMillan is. That gives him the ability to open up the field. May has plenty of arm to open it up, and McMillan would be the perfect guy to open that up for him. I do have Travis Hunter going to Jacksonville, man. I do.
I think, honestly, I think T. McMillan's Drake London. I don't think he's a burner, though.
I think he's Deshaun Jackson.
No, I think he's Drake London.
But I think if he's in the right offense, which I think he will be in New England, he is a Deshaun Jackson type guy. Number 6, the Raiders take James Pierce Jr. from Tennessee.
Wow.
Edge rusher.
No, he's not.
Yeah, that makes sense. Pete Carroll's what's Pete Carroll known for as a coach? Great defenses.
Right, and you're gonna either again, it's a supplement or replace because Max Crosby is very possibly going to be gone in the near future. You need somebody to replace him, and until then, you need to supplement. So if you have Crosby on one side, Pierce on the other, there you go. The Jets at number 7 take Tyler Warren, tight end out of Penn State. Number 8, Carolina, again, you got to protect your quarterback. I agree 100%. Kelvin Banks out of UT. Tackle definitely could help protect old Bryce Young back there. New Orleans, Anmar Memson from Mississippi, a tackle.
Wait a minute. Wait.
And then
wait.
Chicago.
Hold on. I can't even find him in the simulator here. Wait. Who was it again?
Last name Memson. Memson.
Sorry, I can't even find him. What guy is he again?
I've got him number 9.
Oh.
I'm sorry. It's Membo, not Memson.
Oh,
Membo.
okay. Oh, so it's Ahmad Membo.
Yeah,
the
Armand
attacker from Missouri.
Membo from Missouri.
Okay. And then who do you have? The
Offensive
Bears
line. The Bears at number 10, I have taken Gray Zabel out of North Dakota State.
Oh, is he the
He's a
lineman?
hybrid. He can play tackle or guard.
Wow. You don't have any quarterbacks.
You got to keep
You
Caleb.
don't have either
You
Georgia
gotta
or
keep Caleb from
Georgia
picking himself up off the turf.
or Mason Grant.
But I mean, I've got
Greg Johnson
one,
wants a
two.
strong offensive line anyway.
Do I know?
Huh?
Do what?
I said being from Detroit and knowing the Chicago Bears situation, he's gonna want to bolster the line anyway. He does.
Well, and I mean, I've got 4 O linemen going in the first 10. I've got 2 edge rushers, 2 corners, a receiver, and a tight end going in my top 10. No QBs, no running backs. Sorry, guys. And I don't see any going at 11 or 12 either.
You don't see any running backs going in the first round?
Well, no, I'm saying at 11 or 12 either. I don't see a quarterback or a running back going to Frisco or to Dallas with those next 2.
And
Miami might take a running back, but they need defense.
No, Miami needs offensive line. 100% the Dolphins need offensive line.
Their whole defense.
Does anyone think the Giants are going to push for that number 1 pick off the Titans and just swap out their first and second and possibly get the Titans' 3rd or 4th round back?
Why would they do that when they could just?
Because they're pissed off because they missed out on Jaden Daniels, and Malik Neighbors has stated he wants Cam Ward.
I don't think Tennessee's taking a quarterback at 1 though.
I think they are.
I think they are.
Will Levis,
and I don't understand that.
Will Levis is not your answer. This experiment's old. It's outdated. It's
Will Levis.
What tools does Will Levis had around him?
It was only his first year as a starter, Adam. You got to remember that.
And who did he have around him? What kind of quality receiver, running back did he? He didn't have Derrick Henry in the backfield. He didn't have the receiver.
He had a young offensive line.
I'm just saying. I think the Giants go and pull the strings here. I think they go for it and get Cam Ward.
That's a possibility.
Yeah, they could. I mean,
and
if
that
they
leaves
got
the AFC North with Garrett and Carter lining up for the Browns.
If they got reassurance that the Titans were not taking a quarterback, then I think the Giants don't worry about it. If the Titans are taking a guy like Campbell,
could get that 3rd pick,
they could get Campbell at 3.
Right. And they would have that, and they would have that back-to-back the 2nd round, 34-35. Or 33-35. I'm sorry.
I'm not sure Tennessee goes tackle at 1, 2, or 3. Like,
but it's both just stated there's better quarterbacks in later rounds.
No, I haven't said anything about the
yeah.
quarterback. I haven't said
So
anything
if
about
Tennessee
the other.
did want to go quarterback, we know Jackson Dart's going to be sitting there in that second round with back-to-back picks. They could go out and get another lineman and a quarterback.
And plus,
And a
I don't,
and a receiver. This is a deep wide receiver draft.
no, this is not a deep wide receiver draft. No, this is
Easy.
I
not.
think you've got
Other
8 or
than
9
Lynch.
wide receivers that are going to make an impact in this. Too many people focus on, okay, if you're not a first round guy, then the draft, if it's not if it's not 7 running backs or 7 tackles or whatever taken in the first round, then it's not a deep class for that particular position.
No, I would not take a running back in this draft in round 1 because I think you could get, the kid from USC, the running back from North Carolina. You can get Cam Scatterbull in the 3rd or 4th round.
No, I get that. But what I'm saying is there's a couple of receivers in the first round, but there's a lot of receivers that are going to make impacts in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th round. They may not be number ones, but as a Steeler person, I would sure as hell like to have 3 number 2 receivers compared to what I got right now.
I've got a question. Am I completely on a flat left field, but does Matthew Golden sound like the next Steeler wide receiver?
No, Ibuka does. Ibuka.
Yeah, I agree with Adam. I mean, I
That's who everyone across every mock board has us taken, Rich.
understand. Well, a lot of them do. The one
I
that
haven't seen.
that I was just looking at.
I'm sure you've looked at more than me. I probably only looked at like 10, but every
Pro
one I've
Football
looked at.
Pro Football Focus has us taking Amika.
Muka,
The biggest thing that we have to do. I don't care if we bring in Jerry Rice, Megatron, and Fitz. If we don't have a quarterback that will get them the ball, it does not make a damn bit of difference. We got and Russell Wilson wasn't it, ain't it, never gonna be it.
I stated that.
Is Fields that guy? Can be, but if I can bring in Matthew Stafford, sorry, and if I can do,
Stafford's what, 37?
Omar Khan, if you're listening, it's your boy. If Omar Khan is listening, make the deal for Stafford, draft Jackson Dart in the 2nd round, call it good, get your receiver in the 1st round, and let's rock and roll. And by the way, trade Pickens to get another receiver. Soapbox off. Trade him to Buffalo for Amari Cooper.
I would love Pickens in Buffalo. Him and Josh Allen together. Oh my God.
No. Pickens would be like
Josh Allen would take George Pickens' attitude for about 3 minutes.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
It'd be Stephon Diggs all over again, Jamie.
Yeah, it'd be worse than Diggs.
I'm just saying that attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think he's a beast though when you watch him play.
No.
Yeah.
George Pickens might be the most overrated receiver in football.
I don't know. He's got all the talent in the world. He's another one of those guys. You guys have all heard me talk about. $1 million from the neck down, 10 cents from the neck up. That's George Pickens.
Like
he's a metal case.
He may want to go to a contending team like Buffalo though, and then we give you something good back,
I think George Pickens
Keon Coleman or Amari Cooper would be great.
I think George Pickens.
If Pickens wants to go where he thinks he has a better shot at winning the Super Bowl, like you said, trade him from Pittsburgh to Buffalo. We give you Cooper, and you got a deal. It's a done deal.
I think George Pickens is more freakishly talented than Puka Nacua, but Puka Nacua from the head up is so much smaller than Pickens.
Mm-hmm. But like I said, there's a lot of people that are going to want to go to Buffalo. Now, like I said, like Myles Garrett said he wanted to be traded to a Super Bowl contender. I feel like Pickens would want to win a Super Bowl with Buffalo too.
By the way, that leads me to Jamie. You lead me to my next question. One word answer for everybody. What team is Myles Garrett playing the 2025 season for?
Pittsburgh or Dallas because he grew up in Arlington, Texas, and he grew up a Cowboys fan.
Yes, he did.
How the heck
He
can
went
the
to one of
Cowboys-
he went to one of my rival high schools.
He
went to
wanted
Arlington
Dallas actually to draft him number one. He wanted Dallas at the time to move up to draft him number
Yeah.
one. If you heard his combine interview,
How the
Oh,
heck
yeah.
can the
Yeah, he-
Cowboys?
imagine him and Micah Parsons, 2 game records for Dallas's name.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, he went to Arlington Martin High School. I went to Arlington Sam Houston. So
Yeah, but what a pass rush the Cowboys would have. You
that's
re-sign-
not going to happen.
No, actually,
It's not going to happen for one main reason.
No,
My knee.
Are you implying that it's not going to happen because of Micah Parsons' contract? Micah Parsons said he would actually take less money for Garrett to come in.
Well, but the thing is, a lot of people don't realize that they just re-signed DeMarcus Lawrence on a 3-year, $90 million deal with every penny of it guaranteed.
Oh, I forgot about D-Law. You're right.
Jamie, your camera's
Yeah.
off again.
No, it's my
So-
computer. That's why.
Yeah, so that new contract with every penny of it being guaranteed.
I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, I'm
about
sorry.
it here.
Yeah, 3 years, 40 million, 30 million. The whole thing was guaranteed at signing.
Yeah, but that's
So
up.
he's
Lawrence is a free agent.
Do what?
Lawrence is a free agent.
Not anymore. He's not.
Yeah,
He
he is.
signed a contract last week.
No, he didn't. Lawrence a free agent.
Yes, he did. Trust me, I get all the news down here.
I mean,
Yes, he
okay,
did.
let's go. Let's go to the Google replay here. We have the technology. I'll look it up. Let's see.
Because everybody was complaining about it down here on the sports radio stations that he had agreed to a deal. He can't officially sign it until March when the free agency period starts because he let his current deal lapse. He can't sign it until free agency period starts. But it's a 2 or 3 year deal. I think it's 3 for $40 million. But no, the other part of why I don't see Myles Garrett coming to Dallas.
Dak Prescott
Yeah.
counts $90 million against the cap.
Well,
It
you
said he
got
signed a 3-year, $40 million deal. Let's see. It said he signed hold on. He signed a 3-year, $40 million and will be a free agent this offseason.
There you go. So but you look, you got a CeeDee Lamb contract coming up. You just paid Dak. You got Micah's deal coming up. You getting ready to pay. You just, whenever the window opens, you're going to pay Tank Lawrence. You know, you've got other guys. You got other guys on this team you're going to have to pay. And at this moment, you don't have a running back because Rico Dowell and Zeke are both gone. So you don't have a running back.
They can
Dowell's a
either
free agent.
get one in free agency or, like I said, they're going to have to draft one too, Dallas.
See, I see mock drafts all over the place with them taking Genty in the first round, which
My
is
mother
very
would love
Jerry. That would be very Jerry to do.
No, I think he'll be whoa, what the heck happened here? Why did it go small? Oh, there it goes. No, I think he should take Genty. Did you hear who actually Genty's running styles compared to Emmitt Smith?
Well, the one thing you got to remember too that also happened this week for the is that a Hall of Fame offensive lineman finally hung it up. Zach Martin's done.
Well, let me
Oh,
give
I
him
thought you were
let me
talking
give you a
about
little
Peters.
something.
But remember, they got
I thought you were
the
talking about
rest of
Peters.
they got the rest of the line coming back that they rebuilt last year when they got rid of Tony Pollard. So
They do, but here's something I want to explain to you about Zach Martin, okay? And I saw this today or yesterday whenever he retired. Do you know that he has more all-pro designations than holding penalties?
I did know that actually.
In his career, he has more all-pro designations than holding penalties in a 14-year career. That tells you how good the man is. I've said from the beginning, him and Tyron Smith both are first ballot Hall of Famers. And as much as I can't stand the Cowboys, that hurts me to say that. But those two dudes were just freaking ridiculous until they started just getting hurt constantly. That's a
Gonna be
One
interesting.
thing about Steven and Jerry Jones, they do a great job drafting their own line picks.
Right? That's going to put Peters and Martin both in the Hall of Fame at the same time.
Probably.
That's going to be interesting.
Probably. But yeah, you've got. But
It's
when
going to
you
be
look
Cowboys
at what
and
Dallas,
Philadelphia fans mixed in Canton.
but Dallas is going to have to fix that hole, and I don't care what young guys you got. If Kelvin Banks is there for them at 12, Jamie, I'd have a hard time seeing them not take Kelvin Banks at 12 instead of Ashton Jeanty.
That's another Jerry pick too. Like I say, he does a great job. He's done a great job the last 10 years drafting linemen. He's done well.
I don't know.
You got to remember too, Jerry doesn't control the draft.
No, I meant Steven. Steven's done a great job with his line picks. So that's the one area where Dallas has drafted well.
The funny part is, and we'll tie all this together. The funny part is, when Steven took over the draft,
players started getting good.
When they drafted Zach Martin instead of Johnny Manziel.
Right.
Jerry had the card in his hand, ready to turn in. Steven jerked it out of his hand and said, "No, Dad, we're not taking him. We're taking this guy."
Really?
Jerry was ready to draft Johnny Manziel.
Would have been all Texas.
And Steven said, "I'm taking this over," and he's had it ever since.
There's your interesting facts of the night, kids.
Hey,
you guys have any questions for me? And these don't have to be trivia questions.
What record does Eddie Murray hold?
I think it's most 20 or 30 home run seasons by a switch hitter.
Anyone else? Rich cheating?
No, I'm not.
I meant, are you typing in, looking it up?
No, I'm trying to think, though, because I'm trying to remember if it's him or Mickey Mantle. If I remember right, he has the most home runs for a switch hitter in a career.
That's part of the answer.
Is this the only switch hitter with 500
and he played
3,000 hits?
He does hold the record for most games at first base.
I think Dylan, what did you say?
Only switch hitter with 500 home runs and 3,000 hits.
That is correct.
Yeah. He also holds the major league record for most games at first base.
I didn't see that stat, Rich. I only saw the numbers of the plate.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I don't know.
Where do you think my Jack should go with this draft? Do you think we should draft Mason Graham? Or, I mean, we've got Brian Thomas Jr. I mean, who knows what? Maybe Tyler Warren at 5?
Chuck Howley, Josh.
Chuck
Howley, Dallas Cowboys, Super Bowl 5.
Maybe the worst Super Bowl ever. Well, the Ram Patriots Super Bowl in Atlanta wasn't any better.
I think you need to take Travis Hunter, Dylan, if he's there. I really do.
I
That's
honestly
BTA
don't.
right there, or BPA.
No, I'm not. Yes, I understand, but where would you play him though? I think he's a better wide receiver than corner.
Wherever he fits at any particular point in time. Make him Devin Hester. Have him play receiver, have him play DB, have him return kicks. The guy is a transitional talent. He's more talented, raw talent. He is more talented than Shedeur
Would you
Sanders.
say he's
Ever dreamt
transitional
about
or
being.
generational?
Generational. He is one of those guys that, is a Charles Woodson, is a Tim Brown, is a guy that can do numerous things to alter the game. Tim Brown could catch passes or return kicks. Charles Woodson could play shutdown corner or return kicks. Devin Hester could play corner, receiver, or return kicks. Whatever, when you have that kind of a guy that can make that kind of an impact on a game on all three levels. Now, granted, is he going to be better at one than the other two? Probably, yes.
Yeah.
But when you have the ability, at least for a couple of years, to use him in all three spots, how much do you think Trevor Lawrence would love throwing to him?
And don't forget kick return
Rich,
makes
yeah, I was
sense
going to
now.
say, Rich, how do you leave out Antonio Brown in this conversation? One of the best kick returners in the game, and a pretty damn good wide receiver, at least in Pittsburgh.
Antonio Brown.
I was going with Hall of Fame guys.
Rich,
And AB ain't going in the Hall of Fame.
Rich, don't forget the kick return
Maybe in
makes
his
sense
head.
now, because remember they changed the rule from last year, which allows for more. Remember last year, which allows for more returns.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I think it's the punt return and the kick return both.
Because you got to remember
for Hunter.
Devin Hester did it when it was the old traditional kick return. Like Hunter's got a chance to do it with the XFL hybrid style, trying to bring returns back.
I don't see Travis Hunter returning kicks in the NFL. No way you can have him on special teams.
Why not? Why not?
But imagine Devin Hester though playing with the XFL style as good as he was.
Dylan, do you have?
As good as
Well, I mean, and then if you guys lose Christian Kirk too, I saw that you guys were ready to lose Kirk.
Honestly,
which is going to be a huge blow.
Bring in Chris Godwin. I think there's a chance we bring in Chris Godwin.
Because
think about it this way: if Travis Hunter is all pro at two different positions, is it worth taking him at 5?
I don't think Travis Hunter will be an all pro in either position.
I bet he could. I'll bet he could be an all pro defensive back and an all pro kick returner.
I think Hunter's a better receiver than corner.
I honestly believe Jacksonville might be the best spot for Hunter to find out if he's going to be all pro in both of those positions.
Yeah.
But do you think Travis Hunter?
Just think if Cleveland drafted him, they wouldn't need it. They don't need help in the defensive backfield. They're pretty stacked.
If you went to Pittsburgh.
I mean, you make room for them, but you're pretty stacked right now in both of those teams. Well, Pittsburgh's never going to get him. Let's be.
I understand that.
Unless Omar Khan comes up with the greatest trade ever, and I don't know who would let the Steelers jump that far.
I'll tell you what, Pickens and R1 might get it.
I think it would take Pickens and someone else.
TJ Watt.
He's fine. No,
I wouldn't go that high, but I
would do that trade. I would do that trade for Shedeur Sanders tomorrow. Pickens.
I'm not making the deal for Shedeur Sanders. I'm making it for Travis Hunter.
No, I would do that trade for Shedeur Sanders tomorrow. The Steelers don't have a long-term answer.
I wouldn't trade you a bag of Skittles and a Coke for Shedeur Sanders.
Me neither. He's so good. He's not even participating in the combine. That's how good
he's Caleb Williams 2.0.
God,
No.
he sucks.
And you know what? Next year, and you know what?
And I don't want to hear
Next year
Deion
for the
Sanders
one-
all year long. It's bad enough we get to hear Tomlinisms all year long, let
And you
alone
know
Deion.
what? Next year, Caleb Williams is going to beat your sorry Steelers
I hope everyone beats our sorry Steelers so we can get in a good pick.
because you play the NFC North next year. I don't know if it's in Chicago.
I understand that.
I get it. I get it. I really want to see a down year. I really want to see a good draft pick.
Okay, let's
So
go.
I
Let's play
I have an
Tuesday
idea.
here, Mr. Nostradamus over there. Let's say we've got the number 3 pick next year. Who is this knight in shining armor that you see coming out of college football next year?
Actually,
Return the
Rich,
Steelers.
I haven't
this
gotten
is the
that far, Rich.
2026
I haven't
class.
gotten that far because we know our golden child coach, praised across the league by everyone because he knows the Steelers suck, is going to still lead us to 18th, 19th, or 20th in the draft class because once he hits the barrier of non-failure in the regular season, and once again
Ryan Clark
won't get
actually
that
said
over
it.
500
Did you
in
hear
the
what Ryan
playoff
Clark-
record.
Adam, did you hear what Ryan Clark said on
I don't really care what Ryan. I don't really care. I mean, go ahead. What did he say?
Ryan Clark played for the Steelers on SportsCenter. He said if you actually want to be good in the playoffs, he said you have to try to form a roster that's at least gonna make them competitive in the postseason, because he said that's the problem. Their roster isn't built enough to be competitive in the postseason. I heard him say that on NFL Live.
Well, the Steelers spend too much money on defense. The Steelers like to lead the league in defensive spending.
Rich, I gotta say, I don't talk to my kid about the Steelers, but
Robert, this is a
Josh,
Robert,
this
this
is something that your dad and I have gone round and round about.
Robert, Adam,
He
this
would
is a former
rather-
Steeler talking this. So
I know, but Josh, you got to understand something. Your dad would rather win one Super Bowl and go 1-17 for the next 10 years than make the playoffs every year and get knocked out.
Hey, Josh, let me tell you this. As a fan of the team where we got the number 1 pick 2 straight years, I would give my left hand for just a playoff win. Oh,
what
wait,
if we traded
yeah,
Tomlin to the Jaguars for the 5th pick?
Oh, gosh.
Would you do it?
We already have a coach.
Okay, well, I mean, you're talking
You
about this great coach that everyone keeps telling me, but would you
No.
trade Tomlin for that 5th pick?
No.
Because he's not that good.
I would do it for Sean McVay.
Because
I would do it for Jim Harbaugh.
Rich, you're never gonna hear someone say trade Tomlin unless you're a Cleveland Browns fan.
All I can tell you is this.
I would trade Tomlin
I
for that
wouldn't.
number 2 pick, wouldn't you?
What?
Tomlin to the Browns for the number 2 pick.
that would require
Think about that, and we'll get back to that one tomorrow. Rich.
Adam. That would require getting rid of Kevin Stefanski. You understand that,
Dude,
right?
Cleveland wants him gone anyway. What's the difference?
And I don't understand that.
Oh,
No, Evan doesn't want.
He's the
Kevin
only
Stefanski
coach that's
gone. Go talk
won
to Evan.
much of anything. He's the only coach that's won much of anything for them in forever in 3 days.
And he's
He's
building
got
a
absolute
culture there.
trash at quarterback.
He's building a culture there too, and he's giving them coaching stability that they haven't had.
I mean, we talk about the Steelers having, tough times at quarterback. Shoot, look at what Cleveland's rolled out there, and then they spend a Lions
Then they get rid of their best quarterback because they feel he's no good. And
they spend a king's ransom to bring a guy in that's seen the field for about 8 plays in the entire run of his contract.
you talking about Justin
Because
Tucker?
he can't. Well, him, I heard there was talks about them trading for him. Deshaun wants to bring him in so he can have someone to run to the club with. But Stefan, you talk about somebody in a fight in a losing battle. Anything Stefanski accomplishes is plus grade for me.
But
I got to bug out, guys.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Rich. I think we'll cut it right there, boys. We're at an hour and a half. I think we rocked it tonight. Jamie, who wants to go first?
I will.
Me.
Dylan, why don't you go first? Because you always bug out without saying how to get a hold of you.
Oh, actually, go ahead, Jamie.
I just want to make this a note. Dylan made the whole show today, guys.
Thanks, Dylan.
Why are you throwing me under the bus?
Because if we talk about anything else but football, you usually bug out.
No, if we talk about wrestling, I'm out.
Yeah, well, you left. All right, Dylan, how people get a hold of you?
Dylan at Sports One, host of the Big D podcast, Spunky Spectrum Sports, and I've got a big by the way, see me at JetBlue Park tomorrow. Sorry that yesterday's game against Jamie, we couldn't see you Yankees play because of that dadgum rain yesterday.
Dadgum, Bobby Bowdenism. Anyway, you guys can find me, yours truly, on yours truly at Bill's Chat One at Bill's Chat One at Bill's Mafia Chat, and also at Jamie Malloy, the unbiased journalist at DJ Dog Tags on X. You guys can also follow me at theforkball.com, where I write up articles about all sports. And very, very soon, guys, next month, Joe Dallio and I, who's normally on mic, we will be starting our season 2 of the Subway Conversation Chat, which is our Yankees Mets baseball show to tune in. So tune in to that on Driving to the Top, wherever you get your podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, or don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page. Like, comment, ring the bell for notifications. And for more content on Driving to the Top Productions, please visit our YouTube page, Twitch stream, Facebook stream, X wherever you get your podcasts. And as always, we're Driving to the Top. And also, next March, we will be out. Hopefully, Evan, Adam, and I will be doing our UFL show too. So
yeah, hopefully
look out for that.
We got to get something lined up with Evan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, Rich, we'll let you go last today. I'm at Sports Talking It on Twitter. You can get me Driving to the Top. Jamie said, just ring those notifications, ring the bell, get them live. You can get me there. You can get me on Driving to the Top on Twitter, Driving to the Top Productions on Twitter. And you can get me on Facebook too. And if StreamYard would let me reconnect my Facebook page, I'd be there. Anyway, Rich, how people get you, buddy?
Well, you can get me on Twitter, X, whatever we're calling it this week. Go Big, Go Home Pod. Facebook, just my name, Rich Richardson. Or catch me here Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with Two Tire Change, the group's NASCAR show. We cover the previous week's races. We talk about the coming race and do a little picks, do a little opinion, do a little daily fantasy, a little bit of everything, talking about the world of NASCAR. And you never know who's going to pop onto the show. We've already had a couple of really cool guests over the first several shows. Wednesdays, myself and the guy in the lower left, we do a Pittsburgh sports talk show that is geared Pittsburgh sports. God only knows where we end up. We've ended up barbecue. We've ended up talking about all kind of different stuff over the course of that show, but definitely going to get into a bunch of Pirates, I'm sure, on tomorrow night's show, as well as some Steelers. So, and then Tuesday night right here.
I was just ready to say my child, Joshua, is probably really excited about Sunday because his sport kicks in on Monday or Sunday.
Wow.
I think it starts at 2:00. F1.
I think it's Test in Bahrain. The first race in Melbourne's not for a couple more weeks. Trust me. I like F1 too.
That
I know Josh is excited. He's got all the cars. Maybe he might be joining you on Monday, Rich.
Hey, you never know. you never know. You know, get a chance to throw some questions at me. Feel free to do so. Would love to answer those. You know, and we, of course, you know, we are here every Tuesday night with open mic night. Hit us up here. You know, we just kind of hash out the sports topics of the day. I call it PTI style. So if you're familiar with PTI, you're going to get the reference.
Here, let's go with the other one. What is that, Tony?
Around the horn.
Yeah, around the horn. If you see a chalkboard up here, we're dangerous because that's me. That's me doing Woody, baby. But hey, guys, everybody, thanks for tuning in, and everybody have a good evening.